welcome to the R.A.W. podcast. I am Adi. This is Rushil. And Punk's favor has finally been revealed. And it is actually more monumental than you think. So, for basically whoever has missed the episode of SmackDown, Punk's favor is that Paul Heyman, basically Tribal Chief's wise man, is going
be
to
in his corner at Mania.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, so a lot of people found this thing very boring. I was like, okay, why is this a favor for CM Punk?
Because we all
obviously-
knew this was gonna happen. We
Yeah.
all knew.
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't
The
think I knew.
favor, the favor wasn't about the championship match or something, but we all knew at some point कि यही होने वाला है.
Yeah, no, I actually did not. I swear to God, I thought the Punk's favor was going to be more about, like the main event of WrestleMania was going to be the favor. So when that promo happened where CM Punk the contract signing happens, which by the way, Roman Reigns' best performance, I would say. Definitely
He's too tall.
Definitely it was one of his best. And then he goes, that's not the favor. And I'm like, okay, so what's more than the WrestleMania main event? So apparently, it's actually a real thing that Paul Heyman wanted to walk CM Punk out in his WrestleMania main event ka entrance ke liye. And that is actually a very
That's gonna be
monumental thing.
nostalgic.
That is going to be nostalgic for a lot of people. And in fact, it is very symbolic as well. But the way they have turned it into a storyline is a little bit tricky for me.
You know, after seeing the SmackDown's episode, I genuinely think कि why is Seth being a kebab mein haddi between both the guys? Because obviously, what's the connection of Seth between the favor?
I actually don't know. Like, I actually think that this
Seth
being a
was
triple
legit
threat-
standing at the corner and he was laughing at Roman जब पंक ने फेवर रिवील किया. बोलता है कि मैंने बोला था ऐसा ही होगा, वो डिच करेगा तेरे को, ऐसा मैंने बोला था. So that attitude I didn't like.
I actually loved that part. Like, the thing with CM Punk in this feud is that he hates both men, like visceral. Like, there is a hate like towards both Roman and Punk. So literally any situation where Punk and Roman are feuding with each other, Seth really shines a lot. So that factor of him just being an utmost hater is actually just brilliant. I love hater Seth Rollins actually. But my question to you is, what does this mean for Roman Reigns? Like, I actually don't know what does this mean for Roman Reigns. Is the Tribal Chief going to end his character as Tribal Chief, or is it like he's going solo now?
So obviously we should have got the idea कि ये जो favor है that's gonna last forever.
हाँ, me neither.
That this is I think this is gonna last for just one match जो Mania में होने वाला है. उसके बाद I think Paul is gonna come back to Roman, but Roman would ignore him obviously, just like a boyfriend ignores his ex. So I think कि Roman is gonna walk solo. And that will be good because before the Tribal Chiefs era, we have seen him solo during the Big Dog time.
But
Now
that
it's gonna be interesting because the tables have been turned. Now he's a babyface. He has redefined himself. He has got the redemption by playing the Tribal Chiefs character, the head of the tables character. Now it's gonna be interesting to see how Roman Reigns will go on to win the championship alone.
See, to me it's interesting because I don't think Roman has anything left to achieve.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's like he has been here. So like the only way he goes up is with storylines.
Correct.
Like, the only way he stays relevant is with storylines.
And obviously this feud is not gonna end in WrestleMania. Obviously this is a SummerSlam match because SummerSlam, just to remind you all, SummerSlam is gonna be 2-day SummerSlam this
that's
year.
true.
So if WWE wants to have a good card, a good match card, so this one match is gonna be on the table.
Okay, so my actual problem with this entire feud is that actually I cannot tell you who is the heel, who is the face. Okay, we actually don't know who are we supposed to cheer for in this shit. Because I love CM Punk.
3 baby faces is not acceptable.
Yeah, at least one of them should be like a proper villain. Because for me, Seth Rollins isn't really a villain because in his mind, he's actually right.
Yeah.
Like, if I was Seth Rollins and I was looking at Punk, who was supposed to be my idol, then he goes for 10 years. But then he comes back and he gets the same amount of love, if not more, than the guy who has worked 10 years. And I would also hate Roman because it's like, he doesn't even show up for months. I am here every week and yet he acts like he's the biggest champion. You know, Seth is not a heel. His anger is absolutely justified. Roman Reigns is not a heel. Like it's like he's getting cheered, he's getting the Roman Reigns chants, and it's like he's not really being booed, even though
He's not a heel.
He hasn't apologized yet, by the way. He hasn't apologized to Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens or no one else. Like, you know, for
Kevin doesn't need an apology.
Kevin doesn't need an apology, but Sami Zayn definitely does.
Sami Zayn needs an apology, but I think that was justified in the War Games. When these guys joined the forces of Roman, I think that's justified that they don't need an apology, an actual apology. I think so. But yeah, where's the bloodline?
Man, bloodline is now its own thing now. That's the thing. Like Roman and bloodline are like two separate things at this point. I don't even see them in the same picture. Jacob Solo and Tama Tonga are basically there, and they're in the mid cards now.
I thought when during the War Games time, I thought कि इसके बाद bloodline is gonna rule again जैसे पहले करता था. But they have just vanished, bro. Sami अलग feud में, Jay अलग feud में, Jimmy का पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है.
Jimmy's dead.
Yeah.
Jimmy's dead. Like after what Gunther did to him, Jimmy's.
Bro, ठीक है. We'll keep it for the predictions video. But yeah, what's your early prediction for this match?
My early prediction is actually Punk wins. Like I mean, okay, he has everything going on for him. If you're just looking at how WWE is trying to book this, I feel Punk wins his only main event that he gets. Right? I don't think he gets another main event after this. He's old.
See,
he doesn't get a championship.
See, if we are going with the fact कि Punk और Roman हो रहा है SummerSlam में, singles match हो रहा है उनका, but so फिर why not save that win for the SummerSlam main event?
Because it's SummerSlam. I guess Punk gets I guess Punk wins now. Then Roman basically wins later. I think the final victory is going to be Roman Reigns because Punk eventually in a couple of years will retire.
Okay.
Roman still has a long career ahead. Like you know, even as like even he's a part timer. I get it, but Punk really like he's not going to be performing at the same level. So Punk versus Roman has to happen this year, and I think Roman should win the feud because technically Punk has had his highs. He has been the top guy. He will always be the lovable one. He gets the WrestleMania main event, but the feud entirety, like when it ends, that will be like Roman standing tall.
Okay, so my prediction would be I'll start with the ranking. Seth is not gonna win, obviously.
I want to. I kind of want. I'll make
he
this
should win. He should win.
Should.
According to our heart, he should win. But it's not gonna happen. We all know.
Yeah.
I am actually very much confused between Punk and Roman because they both have justified reasons of why they should win.
That's true. I actually
so Punk, if I talk about Punk's side, Punk should win because this is his dream match.
Yeah.
Main event match.
Main event WrestleMania.
Okay, and he's got Heyman with his side. If Heyman's with Punk, then he's got an upper hand about the both of them.
Roman's distracted.
Yeah.
And Punk is going to take advantage of that.
Correct. These points I think which make me feel that Punk should win.
Should.
But talking about Roman's side, Roman has nothing to lose.
Actually, he has nothing to lose. Wise man bigger.
Yeah. Now there's no wise man with him. How will the company, how will Paul Levesque will justify his character now? Because you have taken away Paul. अब क्या? What's next?
Actually,
Obviously, अगर ये रोमन को जीतना है, रोमन को अगर हरा रहे हो, तो रोमन weak नहीं लगना चाहिए.
Actually, that's true.
He should not look weak. If Roman's losing, Punk should obviously pin Seth. But यहाँ पर अभी आपने पॉल को हटा दिया है उसके साथ से. There should be a reason. There should be a strong reason for why Roman should win it because it should. Once Roman wins, it should be like a slap on both Punk's and Paul's faces.
That's true.
कि तुम लोग पॉल ने मेरे को धोखा दिया, मैं अपना
despite of all this,
all of this क्या बोलते हैं, ये जो भी कुछ हुआ है उसके बावजूद भी मैं जीता हूँ, तो that would be justified of why Roman should win.
I feel that we are making both points for Punk and Roman, and purely because of how much distraction there is between them, Seth can also take the victory. Like I think the biggest trump card this match has is Seth Rollins. Like we cannot ignore the fact that there was a triple threat main event that he was a part of, which he legit won as a champion. So like I feel this entire feud between Punk and Roman might just be a good segue of Seth actually taking advantage of both being distracted. Punk being distracted by the fact that it's his main event and that's Heyman's in his side. Roman trying to one-upmanship of Punk, and like Seth basically will be ignored, but maybe that ignorance will give us a surprise win.
Okay.
And I feel this match is going to be way better than people are expecting, right?
Okay.
Because everybody has low hopes for WrestleMania
Because this
41.
match is main eventing night one.
Yeah, the fact that this is
We have to keep expectations on a high level.
yeah, I mean we are talking about three of the biggest stars.
Yeah, and because
Like-
if a match is playing the role of a main event,
Yeah,
it should not disappoint.
but also
Because
like,
the show is gonna
Yeah.
close. It's the time of the closing. So people should go home with a happy face, with a surprised face, with a shocking face, and all these faces except a disappointed face.
That's true. But I also feel that wrestling fans have the tendency, like we are the prime example of इतना hopes रखेंगे कि अगर match अच्छा भी रहा तो underwhelming लगता है. So I guess people should, but this is like impossible to have low expectations. Yeah, impossible to manage your expectations because it's Punk, Roman and Seth. Like it's like लोगों के हमारे जब like if
This was a dream match. Bro.
This is a dream match. Like nobody even thought this was going to happen. So like it's very difficult to keep your expectations low for this one. But also, here's the thing. I genuinely feel that this is like a one night thing. But I kind of want Punk and Heyman to be together again. Like it's in the sense that I feel that Roman being a solo act as of now is a much more better story. He's too complete with Paul Heyman. Like Paul Heyman है उसके side में, he can do whatever he wants, but there's not much to tell. But okay, now Roman was given all the help with the bloodline. He was given all the help with Heyman. He was given all the help with every kind of storyline with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. बहुत कुछ था. But now he has become something of its own. Like that character is something on its own. So maybe him being a lone wolf, maybe in a sense, is a much better story to tell. Like एक साल हो गया, अगले साल का क्या? He's still your biggest star.
Correct.
So I kind of want this Punk's favor to last way more than like just the WrestleMania. I feel this should go till Money in the Bank or at least till SummerSlam. Like it makes sense. And for me, it just makes sense. But I guess there are rumors that Paul Heyman is going to work with Braun Breaker.
What?
Yeah, because he's shown interest in Braun Breaker, and technically Brock Lesnar is out of the picture.
Yeah.
He really is not going to come back. We don't want him either. But like Braun Breaker is he's a good star. Punk and Roman don't really need Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
But
Correct.
Braun Breaker with Paul Heyman is just an insane combo.
It will be like mini Brock Lesnar.
He's not. I think we should focus on making him the first Braun Breaker. Or
Yeah,
like him having that. He's too good of a talent. So Paul Heyman probably will dwell in that zone more, and Punk and Roman eventually will be alone.
Okay, so who's winning it?
And the thing is, I said Punk, but I feel
Dil
that
मान नहीं रहा है Roman.
no. I feel somewhere in this distraction, Seth's gonna take the victory. Seth might just steal this one, bro. Because if you really think about it, Punk has had a definitive victory in Monday Night Raw के debut में. Okay, Roman has had definitive victories throughout in a lot. I guess the only loss he had was the WrestleMania one, right? Seth is the only one who is not winning properly.
So what's the reason for WWE to make it win?
That's surprise, like the shock element. Because I'll tell you this, WrestleMania 41 has not been the most interesting thing in this world, right? Like I am even struggling to have excitement about half the matches. I don't even remember half the matches that are in the card. So like the build has been, but so this is similar to WrestleMania 31 where the build was bad but the show was very good.
Yeah, correct.
So I feel that is the case with this one as well. Like 41 is probably going to be a redo of 31 where it's like the build was terrible, but the show itself is going to be so good that everything changes. And I feel they're going to make Seth win again. Like it's just going to be awesome. Okay, so what's your prediction? Final prediction?
My final prediction would be Roman Reigns.
Okay.
Because not being a fanboy, not being biased here, I am actually thinking कि who is the potential winner, कि जिसको जिता के ज़्यादा justice मिल सकता है, जिसको जिता के बाकी दोनों weak ना लगे.
That's true. They would have to finish in a way.
If Punk's gonna win it, I think Roman कहीं ना कहीं पे उसका जो character है काफ़ी थोड़ा weak लगना चालू हो जाएगा, क्योंकि उससे तुम लोग ने उसका क्या बोलते हैं, उसका CPU ले लिया है, छीन लिया है. CPU which was Paul Heyman. So उसके बाद भी अगर रोमन को नहीं जिता रहे तो it would be क्या बोलते हैं, pretty much disappointing for the fans कि यार नहीं यार रोमन
will look weak. Like,
रोमन को एकदम ऐसा बेचारा देखेंगे. People will feel
I think people feeling bad for Roman isn't a bad thing. I think your point is correct, but in the sense कि अगर if he loses with Paul Heyman without his side, लोग will be like अरे ये तो सिर्फ Paul की वजह से जीता है.
हाँ वो भी है.
Like his run as a solo creator will still go back to the big dog days, and that's actually detrimental to his character. Like legit speaking,
but obviously in an interview as he has just clarified कि Big Dog's dead. He's not gonna come back again.
You know, to quote Michael Cole, the dog is dead.
Yeah.
So that was the video for Punk's favor, and I feel this is probably one of the best storylines they have in years
after
at this point.
Cody and John.
Yeah, man, this is
the best
actually
storyline.
Okay. So leave a like, comment down below what is your favorite WrestleMania feud and who do you think is actually going to win. Bye bye.